And welcome everybody, it's Charles Chronos 99, and we're back with Avowed, and I left you on the cliffhanger last time, and we're gonna talk to this, Sargamus. See what he wants.
It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you...
Oh, he's a godlike.
The very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargamus, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space?
Should we tell him or not? You named yourself after one of the early figures in the Yothosian scripture? Looking for an expedition of my country, and did it pass this way? I heard there was a temple of Ithis in a cave. You're really a godlike?
Then Sargamus spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him. I am that same Sargamus. Though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Harmka did. The people do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But perhaps there is hope. You have read the Book of Verses, and we are here together, if only briefly. In this moment, we are not entirely alone.
I'm looking for the expedition of my countrymen. Did they pass this way?
An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
An expedition? You know, treasure maps, matching outfits, campfire songs, the works.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here?
I have no idea, I'm gonna lie.
That is a shame. Without knowing more, I'm afraid I cannot help you. Although, perhaps you might assist me with something.
If you're about to ask us to tidy up, think again. My place is a much bigger mess.
Oh no. I had something far grander in mind. You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur.
Aethys.
It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way.
Want me to do your dirty work? I'm going to poke around here first.
Take all the time you need. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices.
I do what I want.
May light illuminate your path, brother.
Since we're godlike, it's just like, since we're both the same race, it's just like, oh, come on, hey, brother, yeah. So it's like, I'm not your brother, man. I don't come from the same womb. Bitch. Well, he said I could poke around, so I'm gonna poke around. Poke around! Get up, you good girl. Missing splinter of Aethys. Grog, the alcoholic beverage. Cures poison, bleed, and elemental accumulations. It restores health based on the amount cured, plus 70% poison, bleed, and elemental damage resistance. I didn't know that alcohol could do all that. Plus 2 constitution, plus 5% damage reduction. But it doesn't tell me for how long. Let's try it. Buff applied. Sargamus' journal. Pre-6. He is gone, but he was still with me. What form should a reliquary take that is fit for a hold the splinter? Were I in high crown still, I would petition the church for ivory, gems, and gold, for the remnant of this holy body is worth all the wealth of the empire and more. Being as I am sequestered here, I will make do instead with the wealth of the land, granite from the tallest peaks, clay from the fertile riverbeds, trunks from the most aged trees. Must work without ceasing until it is done. The memory of my lord cannot endure delay. 2828 Tourette's. He is beginning to take shape. I thought at first a sanctuary would be appropriate, a temple with the temple of the godless, but when I prayed over my plans for the building's construction, I received a vision of Aoth's Titan as it existed in its time. Body of strange flesh and bone, hundreds of feet tall, astride the land with the Pantheon by his side, facing down the forces of chaos like elven colossal ships of the line. What crisis manifests them and inspired them to act? I know not, but I shall make him as he was, in my own fashion. He is complete, but the statue I have made is inert, lifeless, dull. The work of my hands does not dignify the splinter. There is something deficient in it, and it is me. I must destroy it and begin again. He is made anew. His effigy is formed from granite, clay, and wood, but they shelter now a precious Adra core. It glimmers even in the low light of the cavern's ceaseless evenings. He brings the dawn to this impenetrable place. As the light of its attention once brought to my soul in the Empire, they celebrate spring dawn today, or they would have prior to the Saints' War. I wonder, what of him remains beyond after its dissolution of Ukaizo? I long to be with him again. What if I do not have to wonder? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost kept running. And he was running. Kai, you're gonna have to get out the way! That wouldn't have been that bad of a fall, right? I don't think anything's down there. You know when you're playing a game and you're like tilty with the view, like you can see more or some shit? It's like, no, you stop that, sir. You don't know what you're doing. You got health potions up the ass. I got lots of electric lily seeds. Like, please don't touch my stuff. I can understand that, though, you know? It's like... Whoa! Hi, I appreciate that you're my buddy, and then you know how to get to places without getting in my way too much.
Leave those be. They protect my devices.
Or what? How did he know? I can shock it and see what it does. Let's save and see what it does. 'Cause I want to know. I wanna know. What did he say? I still did it. Fuck you. He's like, don't touch the generators. Well, the generator is already touched. He didn't like that shit, did he? Wonder if that'll come and bite us in the ass. Oh, I can't even use this book. Requires Grimoire Mastery 1. Nah, Grimoire was a collaboration between Brackenhill Academy scholars and the sect of the Hand Occult, who joined forces to produce a book of terrifying potential. The pages contain diagrams of the stars and the aftermath of forest fires, frostbitten limbs, and lightning burns. Bristling frost. The caster is surrounded by a protective frost that increases damage reduction by 10%. Conjures a powerful bolt of electricity that bounces between enemies, so it's a chain lightning. Causes a violent storm of ice and wind, and in fireball. That is a dope. That's a dope ass book. If I wanted to be a you're a wizard, Harry. Cool. It's already done. There's one down there. It needs one of those, right? Okay, I'm fucking around too much.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I didn't put it on my abacus. It runs a lot better now, even though I turned up the graphics and then turned down the DLSS. Is there anything in this? There's gotta be something over there. I know there's something over there. I hear something. I hear something, Teddy. I know it's not your ass. Ah. That's why I like third person to first person shit. These sticks are good, even though that's not really a stick. Is this where he sleeps? The history of the living lands, Lacuna. Okay, it's not that far. What are we to make about the absence of the withins from the living lands? I think often the hundreds of years I spent in the eastern reach, and all of my time there, never once I saw the ruins of Anguith out of my sight. A trio of them standing stones loomed from the peak of a nearby hill through my bedroom window, and the long shadows of the machines fell every day over my church. The roads we trod were their roads, and the walls that divided up our lands were their walls. Their temples became our markers. Our fields were littered with their tools. No mountain, nor river, nor forest could stop their building, and with their technology they mastered the world. And within so laid the foundation of Aora. We, the living, are merely a skin atop their bones. But they never made it to the living lands. How could it be so? Alright, more upgraded material crap. I like that I fucking turned that on and he's like, "Don't you touch that, you son of a bitch." One of them just got shot up to it. Well, if you don't want me touching shit, you shouldn't be making shit. Alright. I'm gonna play around with the elements book. Oh. This leads us back here. He's probably like, "Why are you touching shit? I told you not to touch shit." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay. I do what you tell me to. I just met you. But somehow I'm supposed to do it." I like how the book goes away. That is nice. I do recommend this for anybody that wants something that's
this reminds me of the Strangle Road. How is anything this big all the way down here?
I don't know there, sir. Uh-huh. They're giving us a lot of electricity seeds, I tell you that.
The bridge is out, but that looks like the way to the relic.
Okay. I'm just fucking with shit. Don't you worry about me. Okay, I was wondering if I surfaced or not. Is there anything in here? No? The clay tablet is inscribed with the flowing vertical script in language you've never seen before. Yahaji Yazua Lo Yidis Raga Mi Gali Hedi Sayapaya Entwidan Kivgad Yal Kapaz Pubi. Okay. Trying to see if there's anything else. to be something over there. Notes on the Godless language translation. This damp tome collects the Oracle's wide-ranging and often contradictory thoughts on the origin and translation of the Godless written language. His musings range across the page at odd angles, at times clearly carefully considered, at others dashed off. Improvisational inspired arrows loop across the pages and stab at phrases, and dates are circled and underlined with such ferocity that parchment tears. Given the book's length and density, it would appear that the Oracle labored over mysteries of the Godless for several years before ultimately turning attention somewhere else. A small sample reads, "The Godless wrote," that much is clear, but their tablets are nevertheless maddeningly rare. What I find is the ruins appears to have been crushed, and their rooms that look as though they've been intended to house great libraries are left utterly bare. And when I do find something of interest, it's barely intact. The Godless came to these lands centuries ago, and some degradation in their tablets is to be expected, such is the nature of the hand shaped of the fire clay. But they couldn't have been in the living lands for more than 2,000 years. I feel that mine at work here, someone or several someones, must have sought their writing out and destroyed it, which makes the possibility of translating their script only appear even more remote. The structures of their sentences shift wildly across decades, or else I understand even less of their grammar than I thought. But my God, tell me, what inspires a culture to suddenly shift from subject-object-verb to subject-verb-object? Or the case that nouns and then, as if by fiat or to not? I feel at least a shadow of an answer must lie in one complete tablet in my possession, and in the word that appears in nearly every fragment I find, and with on. Interesting. We're gonna go down, y'all. There's that symbol again. Yeah, I see that. Get to that later. You can hear the wetness going away from me when I get out of there. That's pretty cool. I like the real world physics on that. Even though that, see that rock? See it? It's wiggling. That's why I got the book, Kai.
Seek!
Oh, there we go. Primal water, money. Is that all it does? That's all I spent hard-earned money for. They're like, that's all you get, sir. Money. Alright. Now we're gonna do this badass.
You take lead.
Oh, man. Alright. Well then, I'm gonna get out my abacus real quick. This is gonna get deadly before it gets better. Waterlogged book. The writings in this tome is dense and spidery, and it advances across the page as if in spirit, as if the author's pen had been enchanted with a spell of celerity. Celerity? I don't know what that word is. Whatever muse and chorus will never be revealed. However, for the book's fragile pages, swiftly disintegrate in your hands. We can fight those things, or we can just leave them alone. If we fight those things, I gotta get it right in the ass. I'm gonna aim at it first. Alright. There are books. Let's go over here. The Great Western Stag. I'm gonna let you pause and then look at this. I'm gonna read it real quick. Yeah, I ain't reading all that, but I'll go slow so you can probably pause. Nothing is lost. The search for Ukaizo. That's a lot. So I'm just gonna let you do that. You know we're gonna fight those things, but just like, give me a second. Annals Pargrin. These are just like, you know, perhaps the most remarkable are golems, living suits of armor, powered by essence. There is more shit over there. There are 3 things over there. Alright. I'm gonna shoot this thing in its ass.
On sick!
Nice!
Oh shit.
Hey! Over here!
Sorry. I was just like, fuck it. We're gonna leave it there. I saw the water, so that's why I changed. That's why I changed my shit. Yeah, I saw the water. I shot that thing in its ass and was just like, nope. True stories of the living lands. I gotta play games more often because I'm having fun right now. Especially shooting that thing in its ass. You see that kind of weird shit that's going on over there? Yeah, I didn't know more spiders were gonna pop out the ground. Thank God I did that. On the Fireforge path, the travels of Yarick Yilton. Looks well worn and smells faintly of mildew. Its spine is cracked, and you thumb through the book's pages. It falls open to a folio more ragged and dog-eared than others. Which it just shows, like, you know, how he was growing. Devour moment of death. It's either ruins, Godless first teachings. See, why have, like, you know, electric grenades if they kept giving them to me if I wasn't gonna use them, you know? I know it's a bitch in that one, but I was just like, fuck that. I don't like spiders. I knew that they, like, I saw that thing in the ass and I was just like, nope. I was like, fire and ice for, like, shoot him, Kai. And then I was like, I got that fucking electric. To be honest, I was just gonna throw a grenade. But then I saw the lightning and I was like, fuck it. Threw two. I didn't even have to. I didn't even have to use another lightning thing on that little small spider that saw me. But fuck it, looked good. Anyways, it looked good. That's a lot of shit. Would you like to know more? Whomever copied this work appears to be been in great hurry as they fear to being caught. The gods strip us of who at every turn about the wheel, mercilessly shaving off all we've learned in their divine lays. We retain the pale shadows of our souls, but knowledge, memory, self, all of it is cut away. Do the gods fear we might someday rival their strength? If they do not, the trees of the era of Glanfa possess souls as strong as any kith, and their entangled roots extend for miles. But dig beneath any of them, follow those roots, and you'll see they don't end, but lead to a neighbor. There are many souls sharing one body. Why shouldn't willing kith be able to do the same? A limb may be grafted from one tree to the trunk to another, and in time they'll bear sweeter fruit together than either might have alone. Might it have been possible then to graft a scion soul to a rootstock of willing kith? The souls wouldn't fracture but coalesce. They grow stronger together. The gods see fractured souls, but they don't care for them. Damaged, broken people are banded by their makers and twist in the winds, giving no succor or no relief. Would an intentionally fractured soul be similarly inconsequential to them? I will use their apathy against them. I will make them to sustain to serve me. A grafted soul is obscured from the sight of the gods. It spreads freely like a blood fever, but doesn't kill its host. No, I will be the fever of the spirit, invisible, unstoppable, eternal. Ah. I like looking at the spider models. Oh, I thought that was something real quick. That thing's still, like, electrocuted. Oh, I burnt them all to ash. Good, serves them right for trying to fuck with me. Oh.
Stand back.
Yeah, burn that shit.
Here it comes.
I want it all to burn to ash. I don't like the spiders. Just keep burning that shit. Yeah, get that one too. Can I get that? Oh, I could have shot that. And then it would fall down there. That would have been an easier way. Instead of using my shit. That's fine. I don't need it. I like this game a lot. I didn't think I would like this game as much as I do. Okay, it doesn't have anything.
Ready, aim.
Here it comes.
I don't like that. Statue schematic. This drawing details plans for the creation of a large statue powered by essence. The essence is intended to be injected into the statue by an array of animatic devices. Where such a vast store of essence might come from, and what statue could do with it is unclear.
Ready, aim.
The Drywood Part 5, The Proliferation of Animacy. Animacy, outlawed while under Adria rule, was technically no longer taboo after Hadrian's rebellion. Academics began its study again in earnest in 2681 AI. By 2697 AI, there were almost 40 academies actively researching the field both in the Drywood and the Valian republics. Even though those significant results have been discovered, a tragic breakthrough of sorts happened in 2704 AI. An animancer working in the Bale Reach accidentally shattered the souls of about a dozen volunteers who had been helping him. In retaliation for the deaths, the citizens of the area stormed his house and killed him. The Earl of the region, not wanting to waste more resources on anger and anger the locals any more than they already were, nothing more to find the head of that vigilante mob, but neither did he outlaw animacy to ensure his own safety. Most animancers moved from the rural areas where they were studying and settled in Defiance Bay. Many of them are choosing to emerging in the wealthy district of Brackenbury as their new home of operations. While there's still a few breakthroughs in study animacy, continued for the next 24 years, it quickly slowed as it became cost prohibitive and complicated the more people learned about it. Most animancers can't afford to continue research without the support of a dozen or gifts from wealthy individuals and organizations. In 2737 AI, some animancers, desperate to continue their studies and seeing no other means of furthering their research, entered the forbidden ruins of Ir Glanfath to further the research. Discovered some such sites had strange artifacts that seemed to bear affinity to soul essence, and began to prod at the devices for further insight. Even with the continued research, they are unable to tell quite what they have discovered. Eventually, they were found out by the Glanfathans, who captured them and demanding that they be punished for their crimes. The dry wooden authorities, in order to maintain their treaties and keep the peace, had no choice. They allowed the animancers to be executed according to the Glanfathian tradition. This led to make an additional proclamation. The study and practice of animancy on, or even near, the sacred Glanfathian sites would be punishable by death. In 2780 AI, in order to solidify relations against the Glanfathans, the Drywooden government allowed for some animancers to begin training and experiments in conjunction with the Glanfathian mine hunters, or native ciphers. This was the exchange for information. The animancers documented secrets of the mine hunters' powers. The mine hunters learned new techniques for concentration, which assisted them with taking their powers to a level no Glanfathian had ever seen before. The ciphers, no longer wary of the animancers' intentions, trusted them to such level that they convinced the Glanfathans to give them some animancers limited access to some of the training sites where the Glanfathans practice. The Anamphants, and I don't know how to say that word. Anamphants of the Glanfathian tribes open to the training grounds to the animancers. They were not allowed inside, as they were still strictly forbidden, but the general allowance by the Glanfathans that were to see the breakthrough of the relations between Drywood and Ir Glanfa. Over the next 8 years, animancers' research would continue unimpeded. With the exception of some minor squabbles, there have been no major strife between the two groups for almost 120 years since.
Stand back.
I have a feeling. I'm hooked on a feeling. How I'm believing. Look how beautiful that is. Almost looks realistic. I like how you move slower if you go through water too. Look at that. Pretty cool.
6 years in Dawn Shore, and I never knew something this big was under our feet the whole time.
Oh, I'm not gonna just jump in the ocean. Seems like there's somebody in there. The Purification of the Pilgrim. You can read that if you want. I have a plan. I hear something. Alright, there's one on top there. Water beetle.
You're mine now! Good one! What's left?
Seek!
Oh, get shot in the face. Yeah, I was gonna be a bitch on that one. I don't care. Give me my essence back. I like how you can see that there's still a little bit there. I shot that because I thought it was gonna go off, and it did.
Dream Scourge ahead. I hate to think it reaches all the way down here.
Thorns beside violets, essence twisted out of shape.
Alright. something in there. Alright, get up there. Seems like there's 2 levels. Anything in there? There's a guy in there. There's a couple of guys in there. Oh, there's... I won't be able to reach that. I'd like to get over there somehow, but we can try! Alright. Try and fail. Ugh. Alright, there's no other way to go, so...
A pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
Do not know. A consecration prayer. With this leaving of this precious body, we commemorate our most glorious God with all of his saints. Let's commend ourselves to one another and our whole life to Yothos, the Dawn Treader. For those holy house, for those who enter it with faith, reverence, and the fear of our God, we consecrate this temple in his name. Yothos, have mercy on our souls. He didn't make it.
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading brutes, this place would be kinda nice.
Well, I don't feel or hear anything, so... There's something in there. My bad. I don't know what that did for us, but... That'd be weird to have two, like... Have the wand and the abacus, just shoot the abacus, and then get the wand out. That'd be kind of cool, but... I am not that kind of person. It requires 2. Look at the lighting, though. You know, it's pretty cool. There's a bomb here for some reason. Wonder what that reason is. It marks this spot right here. And this is barred.
There's the relic. Can't be as easy as just grabbing it.
No, it probably is not. That's why we're not gonna grab it just yet. Oh yeah, that's where the thing is. Yeah, somehow we gotta get in there. It definitely is not, so.
Unseek!
Look at it, it's all those tablets he was talking about. Yeah, I'm not taking that shit yet.
No one said anything about spaces. Quiet as the depths.
The history of Living Lands Redacted. Every page of this book has been painted black except for the very last, which features a large drawing of an unusually ornate key that's note written in the runes of an unknown language. Beneath them, someone has scribbled, "How do their agents keep finding my work? They've already defaced 3 versions of this volume alone. I don't know what they find so objectionable about my theories about the meaning of the godless language, but I'm done rewriting it. You bastards win, no more." The note above has been amended by more or measure hand, like some time after the note's been written. I've compared my notes regarding the encryption of the Ukaizo with the script of the intact clay tablet in my lab and realized that they share several shapes in common. I may be able to have some headway in translating this if they find an expert in the godless. Another method follows, but that too has been mostly blacked out. Nearly the end of the redaction, the paint suddenly runs off the edge of the page and a splash of blood stains the margins. All you can make out is a pair of shaky sentences circled several times. Yes? Could that mean God? Maybe.
Take your best shot.
Get him!
Excellent time.
I wasn't trying to use the thing, I just saw him. Damn, that motherfucker died in a weird way. Isn't this a cool sight, though? Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I got so much upgrading materials. After this, After this, we gotta upgrade some shit. I ain't taking any prisoners. I gotta take this out. Alright, all of that for that. Alright. That's okay. I didn't expect the monk to be on there. There we go. I kind of like using the wand for some reason. The abacus is so nasty though. Yeah, we ain't doing that today. You got just remarkable architecture, you know? At least I look around a little bit, you know? Alright, Scarpagus. Wow. Turquoise. You think that would give me something bit better than another common mace, you know? I got a common pistol, common mace. I already upgraded my mace, so. And then some flammable liquid. They probably gave me that for a reason. We'll equip that and then, you know. In this we're gonna put our gat back on. Alright everybody. It seems like we've come to a head. We've done everything except for grab this, and then I'm gonna get you off on the cliffhanger again because I'm an asshole. Anyways, I will see you another time for some more Avowed action. Peace out.